The Detroit area's largest used book sale and media sale is coming up next month. Bookstock raises money for local education and literacy projects. More than 200,000 donated books and DVDs and CDs and audiobooks and vinyl records are on sale at bargain prices beginning April 7th at the Laurel Park Place in Livonia. There's also a writing competition for Detroit fourth graders that focuses on their favorite book characters. Joining me now is Bookstock's honorary co-chair, Neil Rubin of the Detroit News, along with the event's honorary chancellor, Alicia Merriweather, who's deputy superintendent at Detroit Public Schools Community District, and Diana Glover is last year's student essay winner. Thank you all for being here.
Delighted to be here.
Yeah. So, Bookstock, what year is this of Bookstock?
This is, let's see, this is our 17th.
Is it 17?
Yeah.
My goodness. Talk about where the whole idea for this came from.
Well, it grew out of an old book sale that some people might be familiar with, Brandeis University Women's Alumni. And they did it apparently forever. But you know, the members weren't getting any younger, the books weren't getting any lighter, and they finally gave it up. And then in the early 2000s, a group of women from Oakland County said, you know, we loved that. Let's see if we could put it on again.
Let's do it again, right.
And use it to raise money for literacy and education projects. And the first year, all the books fit into an out-of-service health club at Laurel Park Place Mall where we hold the event. Now, 200,000, 300,000 volumes. We've stopped counting. Right. It's immense, and it goes end to end at Laurel Park Place.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an incredible array of things. I mean, the number of things that people feel like, I'll donate this to Bookstock because I don't need it, but somebody else may find a great use for it.
It's, you know, to me, it's you referred to it earlier as recycling, and that's it exactly. It gets books out of people's basements and back in their laps, which is where books belong.
Yeah, yeah. The school district's role in this is pretty important too, and it's a great sort of celebration of the idea of literature and literacy, two really key components in education.
Yeah, anytime that we can connect students and children with reading and writing and speaking and listening, those skills that are tied to the Common Core state standards, but in a fun way, I think is a double win. And so the partnership with Bookstock and making sure that our fourth graders have access to this competition, really encouraging young people to read a book, to identify who is their favorite character, and then to be able to write in a way that explains that character to other people who are reading their piece is really exciting.
Yeah, yeah. And Diana, you are the defending champion essay writer for Bookstock. Tell us about what you wrote about and the character that you wrote about.
I wrote about Pinocchio because he used to lie, and I know that lying is bad. Because I remember when I used to lie, that wasn't good for me or my family.
You used to lie? I can remember being a little bit of a liar as a kid too. I think that's pretty normal. What did you like most about Pinocchio?
What I liked most about Pinocchio is that he learned from his mistakes, and the fairy kind of helped him. So he basically stopped lying most of the time.
And what did you win by winning the competition?
By winning the competition, I won a trophy and $150.
$150, it's a lot of money. Congratulations. What did you do with the money?
What I did with the money was like buy me stuff, buy me clothes, shoes, a whole bunch of stuff.
Right? You can buy a lot of things with $150. What school do you go to?
I go to Davidson Elementary and Middle School, and my teacher is Miss Marina.
Yeah. Very cool, very cool. I mean, this has got to be an incredible reward for you as the organizer of this event.
It is huge, huge fun. The kids are hugely into it. They get so excited. They're literally, in some years, bouncing up and down. And if you can't get caught up in the excitement of a kid who's just won a huge prize like it, yeah, it's wonderful for us too. We feel like winners.
Yeah, yeah. Talk about where we are in the district with the focus on literacy and literature and reading and all of those things. That's been one of our big challenges for a really long time in the district.
Yeah, not just in the district, but in the city,
in the
right,
city,
as a
right?
whole, and really being very, very intentional around, number one, the curriculum that we're using. So from the district's perspective, we did a major curriculum adoption last year for our K-8s and adopted a new curriculum that's better aligned to the standards, has multiple layers of involvement for students and their teachers, and really trying to look at literature and literacy in a different way that's more engaging. And so one of the things that we know about instruction, and as a former teacher, I've always said this, that whatever the content is, if it's not engaging, it doesn't matter who's talking about it, there's going to be a disconnect. And so first, making sure that what we're talking about is relevant to the standards, but then second, is it relevant to students' lives? And I think when you look at what the district is doing now with the newly adopted curriculum, you're going to see, I mean, things take time, but within the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to really see some massive improvements, but we're already seeing significant change and shift in that literacy area. Yeah. Things like Bookstock and allowing students to read and write and discuss are things that I think help give additional incentives, but that's on top of the core instruction that we're really strengthening in the district, if that makes sense. You have to have a core instructional model that is aligned, that is relevant, and is helping students move and show growth, and then additional incentives like Bookstock make the opportunity for kids to be celebrated and to be honored for that work is really, I think, great for everyone.
Yeah, and the issue in the city for some time has been picking something, sticking with it, and waiting for it to actually pay off. We haven't been great at that, and it feels now like we're kind of more committed to that idea.
I would say, you know what, and I've been at this table before talking about some of these topics, right? So the fact that I'm back here talking with you again about stability is actually a visible sign and a physical sign that there is stability in the district. Not only do we have an elected board, we have an appointed superintendent, we have district leadership that has now been stable for about 1.5 years. Yeah. And we are now moving away from complete extrication, I guess, from the state control. So the last step for the district is to move out from control from the FRC. And we've now had 2 years of a balanced budget, and we're in the black, and this will be the third. And if that happens, the district stability, the plan, moving forward, I really have full confidence. As somebody who's a Detroit Public Schools graduate, a lifelong citizen of the city of Detroit, I can honestly say I'm probably the most excited I've been about where we are right now. Yeah. But it's one of those things, I look forward to looking back on all of this, because I think when we get forward and we look back, things like this conversation, this is just one student talking about an award that she won. I look forward to knowing that thousands of students are able to talk about what they've learned in school, how that's allowed them to achieve their dreams, how reading and writing and things like Bookstock all come together to make great opportunities for kids.
Yeah. Diana, can you talk about other books that you like?
Okay, I like Amelia Bedelia and Dr. Seuss books. Yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah. And do you get a lot of chance to read those books in school and work with them in class?
Yes, I have a lot of time at home. I have time in school. So yeah, I really love those books.
Yeah. If someone's going to Bookstock with 300,000 things to choose from, would you tell them where to start? Where do you begin?
Well, any entrance of the mall will work. Again, it's special events every day, by the way. Bookstockmi.org will spell that out for you. But it's end-to-end at Laurel Park Place Mall, April 7th through 14th. It's always important to tell people it's all sorted out. It's not one big pile in the middle. You know, if you like mysteries, biographies, history, whatever, we've got it scheduled for you. And obviously, we can't display 300,000 items at once. So there's new material every day. We give the best awards on Tuesday night that week, and on Tuesday and Wednesday, because we're kind of fond of teachers, we kind of have the same mission here, 3 to 9 p.m., teachers with an ID, everything is half off.
Oh, that's really great.
Yes, so that's fun. And like I said, assorted discounts and prizes and interesting things going on all week. And through it all, we've managed to raise more than $2 million, entirely volunteer driven.
Right.
And when you think about it, $2 million, paperback books are $1.
Right.
That's a lot of books
Right.
moving out the door.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the interesting things about this is that continued interest in, I guess, hard media, right? Books and CDs and DVDs. People still have a real thirst for that, even though supposedly everything is available on the internet, right?
Yeah, I wrote a column about that last year. I thought, this many people are this interested, and heck, there's a pre-sale Sunday morning. It's the opening day, the 7th, from 8:15 to 11. It's $20 to get in, get first crack. I have learned over the years, do not stand between a collector and the cookbooks.
And this stuff,
it's a
right.
danger zone.
Yeah.
But people literally lining up, and it's always cold that morning. We
Yeah.
can never catch a break. Lining up to get books, and all week long, people walking out with bulging sacks of books. I like
That's really
holding a book
cool.
in my hand. I own a Kindle, but I'm still a book guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.